Recently, I uploaded a video where I said that out of the 4 members of the Beatles, Paul McCartney was the most important one. It's safe to say that people didn't like that, which I don't really understand since for me it's very obvious that without Paul, Revolver would have probably been their last album. However, I seem to be in the minority here, so allow me to explain. Even though John Lennon was the founder of the Beatles, and you can make the arguments that without him the band would not exist, the Beatles are who they are mostly because of what they did in the second half of the 60s. Of course, Beatlemania was also massive, but even then, Paul McCartney's melodic voice and vocal range played a massive part in their rise to popularity. However, that's not why I believe him to be the most important member. The number one thing that makes Paul McCartney so important for the Beatles is leadership. Revolver was pretty much the last album the band made where they were all fully on board with it, and after that, whenever it was time to record an album, Paul was the one that continuously pushed the members to finish it. Sgt. Pepper is a great example. Magical Mystery Tour literally exists because Paul got everyone back in the studio even after Brian Epstein died. The White Album almost broke the band, and even though they were all pretty much recording separately, the tension was still there, and if it weren't for Paul, the album would have probably resulted in 4 solo albums. And I don't think I need to explain anything when it comes to Let It Be. Anyone that watched the Get Back documentary knows that it was him constantly pushing everyone to work and trying to solve the disagreements they had. Actually, John Lennon himself has said in multiple occasions that it was Paul that kept the band going, so I honestly don't understand how anyone can disagree. Cause I mean, yeah, every member is important, definitely, but without Paul, the Beatles are not the Beatles, and that is simply a fact.